a galaxy that we call our home, but one that is unimaginably ancient. For some 13 billion years, it has drifted through the cosmos, watching the very universe transform around it, as well as changing herself. In many ways, the current era represents a kind of middle age for our galaxy. She's far less active than her wilder youth, maybe less magnificent to behold on a calm summer's night, having now swollen in mass over the eons through the cannibalistic gluttony of neighboring galaxies. But like talking with a parent, we can't help but wonder, what must those younger years have been like? There are billions of other suns in the modern galaxy, possibly thousands of civilizations sprinkled across the swirling menagerie of stars around us. But what about those early times? What must it have been like to have lived in the formative years? What must it have been like to have been the first ones to awaken? We do not know when or even if other civilizations emerged in our galaxy, but to provide some context of what it must have been like, we're going to dream of another civilization in those early years, a people that we'll call the Imins. They will serve as our vehicle, our guide to the science and conditions such a civilization may have faced. The story may be a fiction, but it allows us to work through the very real science of our early universe. As we will see though, being first isn't always as appealing as one might naively think, and in fact, it may even come lined with a certain sadness, a poignant tragedy to the whole affair. Let me take you back to a time 11 billion years ago. The Milky Way, as we know it today, does not yet exist, as it's still in the process of forming through the gradual mergers of many dwarf galaxies. The dominant actor of these mergers, known as the Milky Way progenitor, is just 5% the mass of the modern galaxy, a seed of what one day will grow into the behemoth that we know today. Imin children would learn that their galaxy contains less than 10 billion stars and has a fairly typical clumpy shape, for the Milky Way's beautiful spirals had not yet formed either. Looking at a star chart, the Imins would find themselves located near the outskirts of the proto-Milky Way. To the Imins, this made perfect sense, for at this time a much higher proportion of stars were massive stars, immense cosmic engines that would regularly explode in violent supernova. The radiation produced by such events is so powerful that it could extinguish entire planets of their residue.